We start chatting before we start filming this YouTube. And
we say all the best bits before we click record.
And then we're like, okay, let's click record now. Alice was just saying that she thinks since we've started YouTube, it's been non-stop drama.
It's just with everything, like it was the run up to Saltire, so it was like go, go, go.
I can't believe that's run at Saltire. That feels ages ago.
But
now.
I feel like last year we just bumbled along and everything ran really smooth. I'm only saying this because...
Did we bumble along last year?
And the big update for this week is... the sun's a bit in our eyes, so sorry Elizabeth, we're super big.
Oh yeah, it's like being close.
So the big update for this week is Yvonne's leaving Rebel to start her own boot camps in Stonehaven. Mm-hmm. And it just feels like there's constantly like an update or something that we're
firefighting against.
Which, Yvonne's been part of Rebel for 8 years. She's been a big part of the gang. So it's a huge change for us. And but obviously
brings some opportunity as well,
yeah.
Sad to lose someone.
Because we also see her as a friend as well. And so we want the best for her and we want, it's that battle where...
Because she's off to do her own boot camps.
Yeah, I said that, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I said she's leaving Rebel to do her own boot camps. This is how much Tom listens to what I'm saying. So in the same vein, we want her to be successful and happy. But with your business heads on, you're like, right, what do we do with Stonehaven? Do we start classes there? And, we've got a great team in the city, so that does free up a bit more of our time to do the boot camps there. Or, we've spoken for so long about Bankery, so do we say, let's just leave Stonehaven, let's do Bankery? And we're committed to Stonehaven. If we've got the members there, we will we'll be down there, showing up Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But the likelihood is a majority of the Stonehaven Rebels will go with Yvonne because it's...
They built the rapport with them.
They build the rapport.
They've been been training with us since day dot.
Since day dot, when Stonehaven first started in 2019. So, yeah, that's what I was saying. It just feels
our plan is to crack on with Stonehaven at the moment. Introduce the 45-minute classes, change the time slightly to hopefully be a bit more appealing. So, we're listening to what people want there. And I think we said from the 14th of October.
The Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, I'll be jumping over there on a Tuesday, Thursday.
The literal day that I go on holiday as well. Well,
what are we going to do about those Saturdays then?
I'd love to be at Stonehaven. I think Craig has said...
Oh, you're already coming
Non-stop fun.
So yeah, but it's the same issue we have in all the parks, right? Let's ramp up the members. Let's work on that. The same thing we talk about week in, week out. That doesn't seem to make a whole load of progress. It does and it doesn't it? It's like, it does feel like not even 2 steps forwards, 1 step back, maybe 1 step forwards, 2 steps back. I don't know, we had 3 new people along to West Hill. Baptism by fire. It was a session with heaps of burpees and it was a session with Nicola. Not slating Nicola, but you know what that means. And...
brutal, basically.
Yeah, all 3 messaged back saying... Sam, you'll be watching this, so you'll know, because I gave Sam a little message being like, take them into your wing, make them feel loved. All 3 just messaged back being like, you know what, we probably should have started at the start of summer. Because the weather's turned...
Beautiful.
Yeah, look at this sun patch here. Because the weather's turned, they're like, we're probably going to stick with the gym at the moment. God, I hope they don't watch this. I feel like I've just slated them. We loved you and we'd like you to come back. But I think they were a recommendation from Donya. Shout out Donya, blast from the past. So the word of mouth is always going to be the number one way to get people to come down. We also had the Broad Hill.
Yes.
How many did we have in the end?
12, 13 maybe.
13. 2 non-members.
2 non-members, yeah.
One was Rod, who's Danny and Emma's kind of student support,
lecturer.
And then one who signed up and paid.
Yeah.
Do we know where she came from?
Just Instagram, I think. I've recommended from a friend, recommended from Rachel. That's the word of mouth we're looking for.
Yeah, we opened up 20 spaces for Rebel, 10 spaces for non-Rebels. We had 10 people get in touch interested about Broad Hill. which is reassuring. Like, that makes me feel confident that that's the sort of thing we need to be doing. We need to be doing the extra sessions, getting the word out, and just pushing. Everything's all about communication now. And when, like, they went quiet after they got in touch, so.
But do you know what? I asked ChatGPT like how to do. You know, I said, do I get them to click a flame button on Instagram stories, saying that they want? You know, I got a bit of marketing advice from ChatGPT basically, and it said that actually the if you do the flame button, they're likely to show interest, but then actually not reply.
Oh, really?
So now looking back, yeah, they said
because it's too low a barrier to
it's
entry.
too low, and it's a bit like, you know, we've had this debate in the past, like, do we share what our prices are, or do we wait for people to get into touch?
Share.
And Tom's always been like, share. But it does mean less people get in touch, and it's like all those businesses on Instagram that are like, oh, come be part of my coaching. Just click like, and you click like, and they're like, yeah, it's £800 a month, and you're like, oh no, like.
Comment below: is £15 too expensive for a drop-in session?
Yeah, that we also debated that.
I think it's about right.
I thought it was on the expensive side, but that's because.
And we'll probably do a deal again for the last remaining 2, because we've obviously not got one coming up this week because we got Beast Race.
Yeah.
So then we'll have 2 weeks afterwards. Here's some accountability. By next week, we'll have a bit more of a timetable, I think, of upcoming events, like of these events that we can share with people. So when these people get in touch, interested about Broad Hill, I want an email address, and obviously then I want them to sign up. But then the plan is to keep them up to date with
what's coming up.
And
but
then,
I think we'll do some cool winter ones, like head.
Well, that's it. I think really push
we'll
that.
We'll have to go back to Scotty. We haven't done that. The head torch loops at Scotty.
Yeah.
It's so brutal.
So we'll push that again.
Yeah.
And I think hopefully that's more appealing for people to jump in with. We said last week that I think this is the way that, you know, fitness is going slightly. So we just want to make sure that we target these extra sessions right. And then if they see enough of them coming up, they'll be like, oh, actually, I am going to join Rebel because this is going to keep me training over winter. This is all the stuff I want to be invested in, which is exciting, and that we can use Danny and Emma for. And we've had a few new trainers get in touch as well.
Yeah.
Still struggling in Edinburgh. Unbelievably difficult to get a trainer in Edinburgh. Blows my head off.
I've got an advert on Indeed. I know we've only had like 4 or 5 inquiries, and I spoke to someone and they were like, yeah, keen. Can't work Mondays, can't work Tuesdays, could do the occasional Wednesdays, can't work Thursday. And I was like, oh, okay. But that's always the case, because it is a bit of an ad hoc job. Like, especially with Aidan's hours, Aidan can't do the same sessions every week. So, like, he's got his full-time job at Edinburgh Leisure. So,
but I mean,
it does make it difficult to.
In Aberdeen, then, so we got Ellie sitting on the sidelines. Erica got in touch about getting involved. We've also had another inquiry for someone else getting involved.
Yeah.
So, like, unbelievable, but our training costs at the moment are through the roof. Like, with Danny and Emma kind of doubling up at sessions.
It's such a good team as well.
It is such a good team.
The hours and the sessions. And
this is it. We might be cutting back on these things, and instead we're like, okay, you can come on board. So it's so annoying that we have such a good team, so much potential. We feel like we just can't make the most of it right now. Like I said, even if we had 50 more members, we'd be like, okay, we can play around with it a bit more, take a few more risks. If the Broad Hill thing takes off and we can start selling some extra spaces, take some pressure off. So it is just trying to find the best way to use them.
The balance. And like, you know, those 3 people who came last week, and then, you know, we're getting the turn in the weather. So we also have to take into account we're not going to have as many people signing up to a free trial and coming down. But then in the same vein, I said that twice now, I've never used that phrase before in my life. But I mean, Rise and Rebel stops when the clocks go back. The early morning boot camp in Edinburgh stops when the clock goes back. So we do tailor back classes a little bit, which will hopefully see the average class.
This will also blow your mind, a little insight into Rebel. We were trying to figure out what our outgoings are, and again, we're just super open with it all.
I should really be this open.
This is what you said the other day, and I had the other opinion. It depends. What do you want to say?
Well, what were you saying? I was
going to say that this month we had £7,000 go out already. Last month, what was it? 15. The month before that, 12.5, and the month before that, £20,000.
Yeah, I think we've just got more overheads than people realise, and we're trying to.
I mean, that's more than I realise. That blows my mind. And it'll be a big tax bill here. Like every 3 months, you got your VAT bill, which is normally about 5,000.
Yeah. We're about, we've spoken. We need to kit the trainers out for clothes for winter. We haven't
And that's
done
not
any.
a cheap job either, right? So we got how many? 14, 15 trainers. £100 a jacket, getting it branded up, probably a bit more. All of a sudden, that's £1,500.
But we haven't done that yet with the new branding. So we haven't had the trainer jackets yet. So that, I'm actually really looking forward to that. I think that'll be really cool. And jackets are things that the trainers don't get to keep as well. So, if they leave...
They do get reused. The issue we've had with this in the past is, so we'll get a new trainer come on, and
they'll be a completely different size to...
They'll be a completely different size, but also they'll stop doing the jackets that we're using.
Oh, they change the colours. Not only that, sometimes they're waterproof but not warm. Sometimes they're warm but not waterproof. Remember that puffer? I love that puffer. It was so nice,
really
but
popular.
It wasn't waterproof, and it was really bright. It was a nice blue colour.
We just need a whole outfit, really, that they can chop and change.
Yeah, we need
depending
a
on the
windproof
weather.
or waterproof. And
but then again, that's just, it gets really expensive.
I love the
body warmers important.
Well.
I even forgot about them. There'll be time to come out soon.
I know. So that's our dream, actually, because Danny got the job at Aberdeen. It was a placement, and he went to their it wasn't Pataudry, it's a place near West Hill where they
Cormac Park.
Yeah, and you said
he arrived, they're like, oh, here's your tracksuit, here's all your training gear, here's all this. We'd like to be able to do that, but again, it's just expensive to be able to do that every single time.
Yeah.
And then someone stays with you for 3 months, so you go and organise it, and then like, oh, I'm really sorry, I'm moving, we're doing this, and you're like, oh, okay. But I think, right, what I was thinking, I didn't tell you yet, is we're probably just going to have to stick with black.
Oh.
I know. But it is boring, but like...
We should ask the trainers. We've got a trainer thing beginning of October.
Well, we need some options. But the issue is...
Yeah, we could have a look at options.
Black is at least consistent. If you're wanting a black puffer, you're always going to be able to find black puffers.
We had a bright orange body warmer once, which was so cool and really bright, but as soon as we demoed Chesterfield burpees, little Tom never demos them.
Sorry, what? So unnecessary.
I knew I was going to say it before I said it. You're just covered in mud, and we were all stained and stuff. So, our bright orange wasn't good.
It was, but then we liked that one again. But then again, it got discontinued.
And then members said it was good because when it started, we're easy to spot and stuff. So it's all it's all what's going on. Emma and Danny running ACE sessions.
Yeah, like I say, Broad Hill feedback was really
Hill.
good. We're really going to push the last 2.
Emma's getting stuck in at Duthie on a Monday and a Friday. Getting more confident every time. And her sessions are ACE.
By the way, there's nothing flattering about sitting this far back
I
like
know.
this. This is why I'm always so close. At the moment, it makes my head look tiny. And my body's just like slouched like this.
I've actually been really struggling with lurgy and migraine, and I just haven't trained in ages, so I'm feeling really
I didn't want to say, Ali, but I feel like you've been quite grumpy the last few days. I have to really watch what I'm doing. Not in a bad. I'm just like, okay.
Then this is the joys of working with you.
I'm like, okay,
they can be brutally honest.
There's a little bit of tone today, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna play it sensible. Not be too argumentative.
You never play it sensible. You know exactly when I don't want to be wound up, and you wind me up.
Yeah, that's probably a sibling thing, isn't it?
But that's fine. So hey, that's 13 minutes of absolute.
Well, that's good. I finished my tea, but I think this has been a good chat.
Oh, quickly on the gut health. That's going. There's been a controversial week 3 has been a bit about fasting. Have you managed? Have you done?
Yeah, so I did. I ate before I went to boot camp. Then I didn't eat after. Unbelievable. I know, never happens.
Because you train a lot, so I don't. And then what time did you have breakfast?
About 10.
Wow.
No, but this is the controversial bit for me. Milk. I had a cup of tea when I came back from boot camp. And I'm like, surely that's still fasting.
That is the controversial thing in the chat. And, I don't want it to ruin anyone's day. So the idea is, like Tom says, we had a 10-hour window if you're a beginner and just want to try it, a 12-hour window and a 14-hour window to give a go. But some people are like, do you know what, that's not for me, because the cup of tea before I go to bed is...
So is a cup of tea, does break your fast?
It's the milk.
It does break your fast?
That's the... because I think if it's black it's okay, but I don't know. Like, I also heard black coffee is okay, but I that kind of surprises me.
But what I did notice is I'm someone who gets quite bloated, mainly because I eat quite a lot and I eat quite late, so I get quite bloated, and it 100% affects my sleep, whether it's like sweating at night or just disrupted. So it was amazing how less bloated I felt.
Really?
By having more, and I've done it before, and so the best way to do it is overnight.
Yeah,
and
so the benefits, the reason why, because this is all about gut health, it's not dieting, it's not cutting things out. The reason are to give your gut a break, and when you give it a break, all the bacteria flourish and
so that's why we did 10, 12, 14, because there was like
you got
might
more
be
and more
differences
benefits,
for each part.
Not recommended if you're breastfeeding or if you're pregnant or if you're on type 1 diabetes.
What I do know,
or have had any eating
disorders.
Disorders in the past.
What I do notice is, so since I've been paying more attention to it, sometimes I'm like, I'm not that hungry, I won't eat properly, so I won't have big meals or anything, and then I binge later on. And actually, it is amazing if I eat at the right times and I eat the right food, your energy's way more balanced throughout the day.
It's infuriating. It's the first thing that goes as soon as life.
And it's easy to be in the morning and be like, I'm not that hungry. I'm not this, or I'll just quickly eat this, and you don't get any, you're like, okay, that's fine. But it does knock you down the line, and everyone's different. But I think I've always, reason we're doing this is I've always been quite attuned to the gut health thing, and I've always paid attention to my body and how it feels. Do I listen to it always? No. But I do notice when I do things properly or if I skip things. And
that's the thing, and that's like the gut health challenge, is to try different habits, see what works for you. And I think the last 2 weeks have all been about rainbow plates, getting plant food in, and I thought, let's take a break from that because it is quite intense.
What, can we shout out Wendy last week?
97 plant food.
97.
Her food looks Michelin star. Honestly, if you're in this WhatsApp group, every time I'm like, I want to ask her for that recipe, not that I'll ever make it look as good as she does.
Yes, they're looking good.
So next week we go back to plant-based protein is what we're going to try and push for next week. So getting energy from, that was another one my neighbour recommended.
So Alice's neighbour is a dietitian? No, not even a dietitian.
No, even a gut health specialist. We were driving down.
Got a PhD in it? Working on a PhD?
She is a doctor, does that
mean?
I
can't remember. You did tell me, I just can't remember the exact title.
We were driving down to Ride the North on the 30th of August, and I was telling her that we were doing the gut health challenge and we'd had these ideas and things. And she was like, I'm a gut health scientist. So I was like, right, I'm going to pin you down. What do you think we should do for it? That was a good
Possibly one of our best challenges. Lots of chat in the group, lots of just interesting people kind of keeping a bit of momentum. Sometimes these things are quite easy to fizzle on, but I think we've made it quite different each week.
Yeah.
And it will be interesting to see if everyone can stick to that fasting in the evening.
Yeah. If it works for you, it does. If it doesn't, even if you try and do it a couple of times a week, I know it says consistency is good, but
you're right. But you got to start something to see if you can make it work. So
right, that's.
Okay, we'll call it quits. Beast race this weekend.
Are you organising drinks, Tom? Are you? Oh, Westburn night out.
Westburn night out the week after. With the feedback, I mean, West Hill are sorted. There's not a big group outside of that. Did mention it, or maybe some food, if not drinks, if people are keen. Anything else after that?
So
then, we're going to be flying through. What's the date? 16th, is that? I can't see.
It's the 16th. Gosh, yeah.
Halfway through September, which blows my mind. We don't get quieter. Lights will be coming out soon enough. Honestly, 4 weeks from probably using lights, which, I mean, we will use lights, we always have, but kind of sharing them between everyone's going to be a little bit more tricky again.
And then some fun nighttime things, head torch related.
It is a great I know people think about winter and they're it's gross.
Can't wait.
But it's so rewarding, and I am so excited about all these extra little things we're going to put on. And the best thing you can do is just get stuck in. Not even just for us, but I think there's something that makes you feel even better about getting stuck into some of these tough sessions. So we'll call it that.
Have a good week. Oh, catch up with Elizabeth tomorrow.
Yeah, 3 seconds. I just want to make it 22.
Oh, okay.
1. Love you, bye.